big subject this year. After that project, Mr. Dill hit us with another project. That was a newspaper project about Mesopotamia. The project was lots of fun. After that came the ancient Egypt and then Greece. Well, we planned, we had to plan for the year-end trip and go on it. Well, we planned for it and soon it was here. The year-end trip was lots of fun. The water slides, sleeping at Science World, tandem biking in Stanley Park, and bowling was an excellent trip. I also can't forget the UBC trip right before Christmas. Now that was loads of fun. Not only did we get to go to the Arts Club Theatre on Granville Island to see the play The Xmas Files, but we also had a scavenger hunt on the campus of the UBC and a budget for $25 for food for 2 days. Well, that was one of the biggest trips of the year. Well, the field trips we had this year were great. Well, after that, the year-end trip, we had less and less work and more worries for which high school to go to. Well, soon we were planning the farewell dinner and this farewell. Well, the trips sure were great, but what about the memories that came along with them? Well, I remember when Carolyn Giles came up at the play The Xmas Files and answered some questions and had the whole play based on her and her answers. Also, when Elizabeth Hubert got to come up and help with the autopsy of Linda McCartney. Now that's something Carolyn and Liz should never forget. I can't forget about the basketball and volleyball season that we had this year. Well, the volleyball team, the Spikers, came in first in the tournament, which was great, and they had lots of fun. Well, the boys went to the tournament, but some of the girls had to come because Mr. Krangle put the boys' team together at the very last moment. They didn't come in first, but they had lots of fun. Well, the basketball season was great for the girls. The girls didn't lose a game throughout the season and tournament, so we came in first in the season and tournament, which was lots of fun. Lots of fun. The boys had lots of fun too. Well, there was lots of memories and fun time this year, and I hope that nobody forgets any of them. Well, this year sure was great. I know that I will never forget this year for as long as I live. Hopefully all of you will too. Well, this year is definitely coming to an end. Hopefully everybody had as much fun as I did this year. Well, soon we will be in high school, misunderstanding schedules and getting mixed up with classes. And last of all, thank you very much to Mr. Dull and Mr. Kringle for putting this year together and making it work.
This past grade 7 year has been the most memorable experience for all of us. Working with Mr. Kringle has given us a sense of direction for the future. We have learned the value of ourselves and what we can do to keep our lives healthy. Through every learning and teaching technique you could imagine, we have learned everything from boxing to ancient Egypt to dating safety in 1 year. With all of our subjects, we learned the details of the essentials and then learned its place in life. We have had many talks on drug and alcohol prevention through all of these years, and we've learned what it can do to our body physically and mentally. Then on a larger scale, we saw what it would be like to be helpless and past the state of change. It is quite scary to learn about this, but with Mr. Krangle by our side, we don't have to worry, for he always has a joke to ease attention. The extended experiences we are taking on are quite daring and graphic. Going down the back alleys of Vancouver, watching people ruin their lives helped us to understand the displeasures of life we could run into. During incredible trips, we have not just prepared ourselves for high school, but we have given ourselves a taste of reality. As you can see, our class has become very fit in the past year. Well, if you climb Black Pass, Mount Steele, Penta Hill, Gambia Lake Hike, kayaked around Hotel Lake, biked to over half of these places and more, skied 3 days straight, swam up many of the lakes at Garden Bay, I'd say you would be entitled to look like us. If you went to even one of the volleyball practices Mr. Krangle coached, you'd see why we were one of the winning teams on the coast. With a few basketball practices along with track, Roberts Creek grade 7s are truly fit for the competition. I'm sure most of you know some of the stories that have been told or experienced. You all know what Mr. Kringle's like. Hey, you're never going to see them again, I dare ya. When we're walking down the crowded streets, Mr. Kringle walks up to the couple of young guys and says, "Got Brad Pitt down there signing autographs in the lobby, go on." One girl almost jumped out of his skin, but the other must have known Mr. Kringle. At the beginning of this school year, we went on a 3-day trip to Camp Bing, as Lindsay was saying. One night we had chili. Mr. Kringle and Mr. Joe were in the same room. But anyway, we had just been lectured by those two what would happen if we were too loud. Guess what? They were the loudest of the lot. We could hear them laughing at the top of their lungs. Finally, two sensible parents had to go in and split them up one at a time. No offense to anybody. We've gone from learning to what inclusiveness is to how Vancouver started. It is quite a change and has given us an advantage over all the other grade 8s. The level of maturity has risen in us all and has shown how well educated we are. Overall, we grade 7s have surely claimed a spot in the Roberts Creek Hall of Fame and on Mr. Kringle's Wall of Fame.
Now, in honor of our grade 7s, and for all of you in celebration of what you've accomplished this year, our band is going to perform a song for us. In the honors concert. They're an honors band. Thank you, Ms. Schilber. Great conducting. Thank you. One of the things that you will have noticed as we acknowledge each one of our grade 7s is the relationship that exists between our grade 6s and our grade 7s. And one of the wonderful things about sharing a classroom together is that they become very, very close, as these two groups have. And in response to Lindsay and Tanya's messages and remembrances of their school time, we have two of our grade 6s, Danny Belshaw and Curtis Harrison, who are going to respond to that. Danny?
Let's face it, guys. Grade 7s are the kids who hold this school together. We've gotten to know them all year and have gotten to know them pretty well. Believe me, they are not as mature as you think. Who is it that runs the canteen and tries to sell us pizza pops for $2.50? Hey, grade 7s, you're the old ones now, but it's not like you'll be doing that in high school. You guys will be the kindergartners of high school, but just you wait. Next year, us grade 6s will, in this school, will be known as the mighty grade 7s. Because every single kid here today will someday earn the legacy of the Roberts Creek grade 7 students. What will you do with this new power? Will you form a yearbook committee, kick grade 5s out of seats on the bus, rebel, or be a teacher's pet? What will you do? The grade 7 students this year are moving on with honor. These guys are tough. Take a look at all those two guys over there. Yeah, Mr. Doyle and Mr. Kringle. You have to be tough to be in their class. All these grade 7s had to survive their classes. Look at their clothes styles and their good looks. And you would have to survive their infamous senses of humor. You have to have a thick skin. But these guys are moving on with honor also because they have set great examples of leadership and have kept great relationships with everyone. These grade 7s are the greatest because they are fair and kind. They treat everyone with respect and as equals. As I look back over the past year, I think how big a pair of shoes I have to fill next year, because these grade 7s who are moving on today are truly great.
On behalf of Division 3, I would like to wish the grade 7s good luck in high school. Work hard, be successful, but don't forget to have fun. You have been important role models for your younger students at Roberts Creek, and we'll try our best to act as good role models for them too. We hope you'll be regular visitors to Roberts Creek. Thanks.
Need to apologize to Chris for his last name. His last name is Janot, right?
Grade 7, I'd like to address you tonight, and I'd like to say on behalf of Mr. Rowe and myself, we've given you an opportunity to hear some of our really heartfelt words at the grade 7 farewell. We'd like to leave you on our behalf with one more story. This story comes forth through our wonderful family. I'd like to tell you the story of an incredible, absolutely marvelous plant, a bamboo the Chinese grow. Now, the Chinese, in order to grow this bamboo, they spent a lot of time nurturing the soil, preparing the site. That takes a lot of knowledge. Secondly, they till the soil, plant the seed. Over the years, that seed is cared for, it is nurtured, it is watered, it is loved. And after 4 years, there's a celebration. The celebration is a tiny little shoot that is no more than 2 centimeters tall. And the celebration is that this plant has developed an incredible root system. In the 5th year, now this is important, in the 5th year, that root system has allowed this plant to grow 80 feet, 26 meters in 1 year. And it is a wonderful celebration. It is an honor to stand back and look at the roots that have allowed this plant to go forward. Now this is important to us today because we feel you've broken the soil. This is a milestone for you. You're about to move on, one small step. And it is our pleasure for us to step back just a little. That's when you're ready to grow 8 feet. We also like to say it's our gift to you. Mr. Doyle and I, the rest of the teachers, your friends, this wonderful community, say that we have just enjoyed so much being part of nurturing those groups, providing love and care as you move on. And you need not look any further in the future if you want to come back and visit, because we'll be right here, germinating more seeds. Good luck.
Great story, Mr. Kimball. Thank you. And now it's time to close and to finish up. And you've been a wonderful audience. You have 2 more minutes to being a wonderful audience to go. Our year has been a very successful year here at Roberts Creek. Our grade 7s have been really responsible for a large part of that success. You provided leadership and you contributed your many, many talents throughout the year in a way that I don't think we've seen before in our school, in the sense that you are a team and a group. And you watched that. I've really noticed that today, and I've noticed that throughout the year. The team that you are, the friends that you are. And I really wish for you that you take that friendship, you take that team spirit that you have. It's a gift. You've given it to each other.